Okay, I thought I'd do a very bushcraft 101 video today. So if you're a man or a woman who's been starting fire with ferro rod or other primitive tools, this is not going to be the video for you. This is basically back to school fire starting with birch bark and a ferro rod. So if you're someone who's just getting into fire crafting and you're looking into moving beyond Bic lighter and matches into ferro rod and natural tinder, or if you've never worked with birch bark before, or it's not in your area and you just want to see how quick and easy it is to get a fire going with it, this would be a video for you to watch. But again, if you saw the title of this video and chuckled, then this is not for you. It just means you've moved well beyond this stage of firecrafting. So I'm gonna go and harvest a couple of other pieces of birch, and we'll get a fire going. So I should add that what makes birch bark so flammable is it has oils in the bark itself, and it can be a really great ignition source, even soaking wet. And in addition to just being a tinder source, you can actually you can get the fire going with the birch, and it's a flame extender. You can keep the fire going with the birch. So I've got the ferro rod, some birch bark, got some twigs here. This is just going to be a demonstration fire. I'm not going to be out here all day tending to the fire. I just want to get one going with the birch and extend the flame with the birch, and then get my my twigs and my stick bundle ignited. So let's give it a go and start scraping the birch bark to release some of those oils and get some something to work with. So I'm just gonna scrape some of the bark here to get, thanks Chevy, thank you for that. Just to release some of the oil. Chevy, go away, thank you. And get something for the flame to catch on to. Let's see if that's good enough. We've got the birch bark scraped up, released some of the oils. We're going to go ahead and try and ignite this. I've seen some people, perhaps less experienced. I've even done it myself in the past. You've got your ferro rod, you've got your tinder source. You're holding your ferro rod several inches away from your tinder source. You're trying to catch a fire. It could work, but it's not the best way to do it. The best way is to take the ferro rod, bury it down, thank you Chevy again, bury it down into your tinder source, and you can control the angle and where you want these sparks to go. So let's give this a shot. And there we go. Piece of cake. You can see how easily the birch takes. I'm going to just lay some more birch on here now. And my stick bundle, and just let that catch. It's basically, if you do happen to have birch bark in your area, you might as well have gasoline and a match. It's absolutely foolproof to get something going here. And if you have enough of it, you could just keep layering that on top of your twig bundle and just make sure everything catches. And there we have it. Birch bark is probably one of the best natural fire starting sources in the world. I would even give it a thumbs up over fatwood, to be frank. It's just such a versatile tinder to work with. So that's it. Birch bark, scrape the birch bark, release some of the oils, and give the spark something to catch onto. Bury your ferro rod down into your tinder source. Don't have your ferro rod a foot away trying to aim those sparks in there. You're going to have a lot less success, and you've got fire. Absolute piece of cake. It's almost cheating. You might as well have a lighter, a newspaper. That's how easy it is to start a fire with birch bark. So I hope you enjoyed. This was just a little sample fire. I'm just going to have a boil up, maybe have a cup of coffee, douse it real good, and call it a day. Cheers.